Here we go, folks. Buckle up. This is going to be good fun.
He's coming from the nets, isn't he?
Only 2 slips. Here we go. Oh, I'll tell you what, there's a quick outfield here at Sydney. I reckon that's in the gap and it's going to go all the way for 4. Yep.
Wonderful, absolutely magnificent batting. He goes to 50 of 23. He's making it look easy, and it's not easy. Superb batting.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Keeping Calm with Adilo Chino. This is month 1 of the Resistance, 4 weeks in isolation. Man is going nuts out here, man. Like, I am going crazy. I haven't seen people in 4 weeks. Like, I see them via Zoom and stuff, but physically I have not seen. Oh man, it is tough. It is tough, man. But isolation has got me in the fields lately, man. It has. I've had moments where I've gone into this thought of being not good enough, being in the thoughts of like past memories I'm holding on to that I'm trying to let go, people that I've cut out that I'm still kind of like holding on to but not really cut out, like I still think of them. And also like times I feel worthless. I feel like I haven't accomplished anything to date in life. It's just all this emotion because life is like slowing down. I suppress my emotions when my life is going really fast and I'm keeping busy and I'm keeping my mind occupied with things like sports, gym work, etc, etc. I'm sure you guys do it as well. When you're so occupied you don't let your emotions come out. I had a moment last night where it came up too much, and instead of trying to suppress it, I tried to accept it, but it did not go that well, and I kind of struggled with it, and it was not good because I felt, like I said before, I felt worthless. I felt like I didn't achieve anything. I felt like I wasn't good enough. I wasn't even good enough in the skin color. Like, I am not happy with the skin color at times. It's just, all of it just comes out. Trying to suppress it, it just weighs you down even more. But anyway, so I was kind of trying to get out of this emotional state. So I hit up one of my close mates and I was like, bro, look man, I feel like I'm not good enough, and I feel like I'm not worthy. I don't feel like I've been rejected a lot in my life. I feel like I'm not growing. I feel like I'm at this point in life where I don't even know myself at times. Don't know what I'm chasing. What's the purpose of life? What is the meaning of life? All that emotional deep thoughts were coming out, to be honest with you. And so he was like, you know what, Adilo Chino, I've known you for so long, like 7 years, god damn, I'm at university, bro. So he was like, I want you to write down 5 things that you've done in the last 365 days. So I was like, you know, it took about 10 minutes to reflect on 5 things. It was a bit difficult, but I got to it. I was like, you know, first thing that I did was open a YouTube account, you know, YouTube videos, make videos, and thanks to you guys, I have the confidence of making videos. And second one was traveling to my parents' homeland. I hadn't done that in 10 years. I was kind of afraid to going back and seeing how things were, but it turned out to be amazing. Third thing was passing probation at work. I was so stressed out this first 6 months at work, like constantly studying and doing this and that and that and that and that, and that. Keeping occupied kind of suppressed my emotions. The fourth thing that I did was letting go of people that meant a lot to me, letting go of people that I love so much. They gave me value in that certain time, but now that I look back, that value was just me liking the thought of them rather than liking them as a person. And the value that they kind of shared and the growth that they were kind of giving me wasn't up to my visions and my values, so letting go of them. And the fifth thing that I was talking about with him was rapping, music, making music and just rapping, I guess. Just trying to come out of my comfort zone and rap and make music and yeah, embarrass myself even more. So that was the 5 things that I kind of told him. And then he hit me up with another question. He was like, okay, so out of those 5 things, what made you happy? Again, 10 minutes later, thinking about it, saying about 3 out of 5, bro, that made me happy. He's like, well, that's 3 instances of happiness in the last 365 days. And I was just like, oh crap, yeah, that is true. Didn't think of it like that. And then he was like, you know what? That's improvement itself. That's 5 things that you've done out of your comfort zone. That is growth itself. Like, that's improvement, my G. That's what he said. That's improvement, my G. It just stuck in my head and I was like, oh my God, like this is deep. This is words of wisdom and not the teeth kind of thing. Wisdom, words of wisdom. And he just was like, sometimes, you know, you get so busy with your emotions, life, etc, and your goals. You're so caught up in your goals. You're so caught up with A, B, C, that you forget to kind of remember who you are as a person. And that's sometimes you need from another person to remind you of who you are as a person and make you reflect on what you've accomplished in the last 265 days. So I was like, far out, bro, you are always right, man. You should start preaching. And you just kind of laughed it off. He's like, nah, I'm always good at advice, but I never take it myself. So we're all like that. I guess it's human nature. We start to doubt ourselves. So out of this, what did I learn is the question. What did I learn? So what I learned is that no matter how down I feel about myself, no matter how much I start to hate myself, no matter how much negative thought I have about myself and how I don't feel confident, how I don't feel like I'm improving, growing, etc., etc., I need to reflect on what I've done in the last X amount of time. Whether it's 365 days, whether it's a week, whether it's a day, whether it's the last 2 hours. I need to look back what I've done and what has it provided me, what have I learned from it. And if I've learned something from it, I need to remind myself that it's growth itself, man. It is growth. It is growth and a half. Whatever you want to call it, it is growth. And I need to reflect on it, and I need to accept those feelings and be kind to myself. It's so hard to not be kind to yourself. And that is, I think, in human nature, where we start to doubt ourselves. It hurts our ability of seeing the true ourselves kind of thing. I don't know if that makes sense, but I guess you guys know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, that's me for today. That's my little talk, my little motivation. If you're going through tough times, feel free to shout out to me. I'm all ears. I'm really good at listening. You can hit me up on Instagram, which I'm going to put down here. If you're new to this video, like it at the bottom below, and also subscribe to it. Hit that buzzer with it so you can get more videos weekly. And yeah, I hope you guys stay safe. I hope you guys are doing well, and I want nothing but the best for you guys, and I'll see you guys next week.